I have the opportunity to share a few words about Mr. Crane, and it's kind of a unique situation for me because as a former student of Mr. Crane's, I remember leaving lunchroom, going down the hall, I think the last classroom on the right, having Bible class, and sitting there and being a student. I remember sitting in your office when, for whatever reason, you decided to hire me. Thought that would be a good idea. I remember sitting in your office when, as a young principal, making several mistakes, and you counseling me and saying, "It's going to be okay, Mike, just take it easy." I remember the conversation when you and I decided that, agreed that we were going to change roles in some regards. I remember the many times that I saw you coming into the office happy, walking on cloud nine, and I was wondering what was up with that. And then after a few years, I realized why you were so excited. You weren't the head of school anymore. I could be excited too. I thought about the length of your service, 38 years. When you started, if my math is correct, 1976. That was our nation's bicentennial. Anyone remember that? Some of you weren't even, there are some people here who weren't born then. None of which are at this time. But I'm a history guy, and we just got back from D.C., and I'm just going through 6 presidencies. There are some people that don't stay in a job 6 months, but through 6 presidents. The things that have changed in society and in our culture during 38 years. The internet wasn't, Al Gore had not invented it yet. Thank goodness he came up with that. We're all beneficiaries of it. Cell phones, even now smartphones. I remember when somebody, if they had a phone that was outside their home, they were millionaires. They had to be. And now, it's such a common thing. You've instructed students in world history. I did not know that. That was a new one to me. English, that also is a new one to me. Accounting, I did know that, and Bible. And a class that Mr. Crane taught for many years, family living, where he shared with students his wisdom and experience in marriage. And how long have you guys been married?
45 years.
45 years. So let's give him a round of applause. Actually, probably Miss Phyllis. 90. It's 90. Calculated in Wake Christian years, it's 90. I understand. I also remember one thing. Mr. Crane and I embarked on our master's degree at the same time. And for a number of years, he and I would ride to Wake Forest every week. And if you can imagine the two of us in the car for an hour and a half, it was pretty interesting. I would share things with him, and he would say, "That's good, Mom." He's a great listener. He doesn't say a lot, but he's a great listener. Passage of scripture when I think of Mr. Crane, that I'm reminded of is 1 Corinthians 15:58. "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your toil, your labor, is not in vain in the Lord." And I think of the lives that Mr. Crane has touched and the people that will be in heaven as a result of his ministry and a continuation through him. And this school is blessed because of you. Whenever Wake Christian Academy had a need, if you could feel it, you said yes. And you did the very best you could in all things. And I think as a steward, you were definitely found faithful. As God gave you talents, you reinvested it for him and did your best to use those for his honor and glory. And I love you, and I'm very thankful to serve with you. And so for 38 years and retiring, we have a gift for you as well. There's a monetary gift in here.
Assembled our cars.